Sunday morning. Why?
Right, you know what I call all this flipping nonsense?
So I want to thank Jessica for the beautiful card. Thank you so much. Oh, look who's come up beside me. I want to thank Jessica for the beautiful card. Thank you so much. Oh, look who's come up beside me. It is a little one. So it's a bit of a stormy day. I had a bit of a lie-in this morning, and because I was up late last night, and you know what I was doing? Look at my nails, okay? Now, I wasn't necessarily just doing my nails. I was getting half-used bottles of nail polish and mixing them. And so I mixed two and I got this beautiful colour here. Yeah, I'll show you them all. Anyway, I've been over in the tunnel. My lovely guy who comes and helps me once a week has started tidying up the tunnel for me. And I'll tell you what, it's looking great. I just love it. And I have been for a walk down the road. We were also, by the way, myself and my gardener, clearing all the frontage on the road because all that had got very overgrown. So we've been cutting back and clearing and bringing it down to a height where when you're pulling out of the gate in a car, you can actually see the road. There we go. I'm just waiting for the kettle to boil. And I'll just show you outside. Hang on, now where do we go? Oh. I'm actually looking up and over the phone at the actual view, which is a much richer orange. And I think if I take a photograph, it might show it up properly. So I'll give it a go. Sunday morning. Why am I sent these problems? You know that for virtually all of my life here at Bealtaine Cottage, all through the Bealtaine project, I've had a compost toilet. Yeah, there was a flush toilet here and I had it taken out because it wasn't compatible with the way I wanted to live. And all my water comes from a spring well, and I thought the whole idea of mixing spring water with human waste just seemed to be totally mad. Okay. Anyway, let me just move this because I've been trying to clear something there. So I don't use the flush toilet. The flush toilet is there for guests, but especially my grandchildren. And, you know, people who have a problem with sitting and doing their business on a compost toilet. So the issue that I've had this morning, and it's gone on for the past hour, and it's kind of dragged on in dribs and drabs for about 3 months, has been the fact that that seat on that ridiculous thing there moves around like a flipping roller coaster. And so now I have people complaining, saying, well, I went to sit down in the toilet and it slid right off it. laughing because this is mad. And I'll tell you why it's mad. I've got the fitting sitting there, look. I've been struggling trying to get that toilet seat just to sit on the flipping bowl. To no avail. And whilst I've been doing it, I've been thinking to myself, how old are you, Cled? Okay. When you were nothing more than a child, they put men on the moon. Now, okay, I grant you, they've lost all the information on how to do that. Apparently, they taped over the tapes. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine something as stupid as that? NASA, this incredible space agency, you know, full of all kinds of brains. And they lost the information. Well, I have no problem understanding that, because whatever information it was, it certainly wasn't anything to do with the simple thing like putting a toilet seat on a flipping toilet. Don't tell me that man has ever got to the moon when they can't fix little issues like this. They can't create a toilet that a seat affixes to it and doesn't take you on a roller coaster journey to Shitsville. Because when that slides and your backside goes down there and you're trying to do something, oh gosh, no, I'm sorry, that image is too much. Reverse, reverse, reverse. It's a good thing I have a sense of humour, because otherwise, I'm telling you, I would certainly look every day of my 70 years, which I don't. And I know why, and it's very simple, because I laugh at the ridiculousness of humankind. I laugh at it over and over and over, because I come up with these issues all the time. Now, I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to leave those fittings. I'm going to put the seat down, and the next person who goes on there is going to slide off into infinity. So, let the silliness begin. That clock, it's not 12, it's 11. Yeah. Because the clocks have gone, is it forward, backward? Oh, I just lose track of all this. Yeah, I know this is a little bit of a rant again, but I just got to keep going with this. I've got so much to say. So, what I've been doing is going through all my dry packaged goods, because I, being vegan, I have a lot of dry packaged goods. And I had this sort of thing going on for a while about, storing stuff, a bit like prepping. Unless you're feeding an army, don't bother. So what I'm doing is I'm cooking up, I've got my slow cooker on over there. I'm cooking up lots and lots of food for the birds. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I've got something else to share with you. So this is some quinoa, which is out of date. And, it's not just a year out of date, it's about 3 years out of date. So I'm cooking this up and I'm putting it out there on the bird table. You can just see out there. And feeding the birds. But I've got so much of it. And of course, you can't put it into food banks. There are very few food banks here in Ireland. The stove is on, the kettle's boiling, time for a cuppa. And I might even just chill out a little bit. Because quite frankly, I can't go on in this vein. It's not that I'm angry, it's that I'm laughing so much. Is it a sign of madness, do you think? Living on one's own and laughing a lot. Just things pop into my head and I just think, oh, that's pretty ridiculous. And so I just start laughing. This is my little compost bowl here. I've got to take that out to the compost bins. beautiful day. I mean, look, it's grey, it's rainy, it's sort of overcast, but look at the colour out there. I mean, it's just beautiful. So this is probably why I laugh a lot. I think it's important. And especially, I mean, look, it doesn't matter whether you live on your own or not. There's lots of people who live in huge families, or they live in marriages, relationships, and they're basically alone. So put that to one side, the whole idea of, well, you know, I live on my own. It's not like that at all. However you live, it's so important to your well-being as a human being to see beauty and to live in gratitude. And that's what I do. It's just second nature to me. Needs topping up. It's got a bit cold. So, as you all know, it's my birthday coming up, and I celebrate for the whole month of October. And for this birthday, I'm just going to keep celebrating. At the weekend, well, yesterday, because it's still the weekend, isn't it? It's Sunday. Yesterday, Friday, I was invited by my family down to Kilronan Castle. And they had organised a lovely dinner for me and a lovely evening and a lovely breakfast the next morning, because I was booked in. I had a room and everything. It was wonderful. It was just lovely. And yeah, so some photos here. And the following morning I was sitting out in the porch because I wanted to go for a walk. And I was waiting for family to join me, so all that is here in the video. So part of this birthday year is making some changes here at the cottage. So I'm sorting out, I got a new mattress for the little bed in the spare room. I call it Daisy's room. And I've been sorting out my pantry. A little bit of woodworm in the pantry, so I've got to sort that out big time. And little jobs that need doing, you know, just up. Oh, here she is behind me. She likes to hop up behind me. So, yeah, I've just been kind of reorganising my life a little bit, because I want to do other things. I want to move around Ireland a bit, you know, travel a little bit. So here I am. Good morning, everybody. This is Sunday morning and it's very cold. Yeah, it's actually very cold. And so I've got my jumper on, my waistcoat. I'll show you what I've done with my jumper to change it around a wee bit. So I've moved the camera around a little bit so I can I can share the little in here with you. Yeah. She had to go to the kennels on Friday night because of my little sojourn down at Kilronan Castle. She doesn't like going to the kennels. No. All her home comforts removed. I mean, no, in terms of responding to commands, you know, to question things a little bit more. And by virtue of the fact that you say no, you are questioning. Although no can also be an absolute. So, yeah, this is something which I think is really important. And I think my perspective is that the very essence of democracy is the ability to say no. We've been doing that in Ireland for about 800 years. And look at us. She says no far too much. But what can I do? I mean, I just, you know, she's in charge. So this is me sitting in the entrance hall of Kilronan Castle on Saturday morning after a wonderful evening before. And it was just so pleasant to not just have a little bit of a break, but just to open one's eyes to a totally different setting. And one of history and a little bit of luxury as well. So I was treated to a night at the castle and a wonderful family dinner. Now these are just some members of my family. And I decided to do a little bit of a fashion tribute to Diane Keaton. Black and white. Okay. Something interesting which I thought I'd share with you, because a lot of you, like me, have clothes that just are not as comfortable as they used to be, or not as trendy, fashionable as they used to be, or whatever it takes where you're going to need to alter clothes. So this was a roll neck jumper. Let me just put this up because I don't want to take this off at the moment. This was a roll neck jumper which didn't actually work for me because this was quite tight, right? And anyway, what I did, look, I cut it off. It's got a little bit of a frayed neck on it, but that's okay. And what I've done is I've just folded it over like that, okay? And then I put it on like this. And it's a nice headband come hat. And instead of the roll neck, I've put on this scarf, which is cotton and much more comfortable than the roll neck jobby. So what do you think? I think it works really well. And it allows me to be outside, inside and quite warm. Yeah. So, there you go. Where's my glasses? Oh,